So the first part, we understand hierarchy and understand different roles. Second, we need to know about the nature of that work. We come back with some key idea: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Really basic. That's why we call it nature principle. Planning, write out 20 steps. Organizing, prioritize which one do first, which one do later, which one do in the morning, which one in the afternoon, because we have limited time and space. Leading, make sure people do it. Controlling, make sure the process good, the input good, the people feel good, and the outcome is good as an expectation. That's it. Because we have the limited human, financial, and material resource. If we have unlimited everything, well, it's simple. Do whatever you want. We have unlimited resource. But now we just have five guys and just have $500,000. Okay? We just have one office with five computers. Make that work. That'll be a different story. All right. And then we go through some kind of the study of management, which is we have here Henry Mintzberg, one of the most prominent sociologists and psychologists in this time who do study about management. And he go through some kind of exploratory and observatory study about relationship between top manager, CEO, or the owner company, to the other middle manager, could be the head of factory, could be the line manager and the employee worker or something like that. During the chain of technology and information, even we see now today the AI and the video call or the quick way to access of the information flow in a company like Asana, we're using a lot. It's just a new technology and information, basically. And you just twist it together. It make the employee and other manager access information faster and feedback faster, but it doesn't change the core principle of how that outcome and the outsider external factor impact into the relationship between the manager, top manager, to middle manager, to the frontline manager, and to the employee. So throughout the study 50 years ago, they see that the function to manager to meet the demand of the work and perform the function, they need to play multiple roles, which is a start of a role theory, which is pretty interesting theory. And with the Mintzberg define, role is just an organized set of behavior, which is an easier way to categorize the behavior. Behavior theory in psychology is really prominent approach, which is we see that a different behave, and we try to read through that behave to understand how the outcome it is. And now, for example, when you're doing through some kind of test, a huge test like Mintzberg doing, you can find out manager, they have 25 roles, 25 behaviors, sorry. With 25 behavior, how we test the whole 25 behavior and make people understand it? Well, it's hard. How about the next time we test it go with 75 behavior? What we got to do? So the way we do it is we categorize that 25 behavior example into four categories, and there are five categories. And that five categories is called role. So role theory is just the way that one role will have set of different behavior, could be well accepted by the general understanding or by the definition of the researcher. Basically, that's how the role theory is going on. For example, the role of the teacher. What is the role of teacher? First, understand the knowledge, acquire the knowledge. Second, interpret it and transfer it to a student. And three, make sure a student understand it by test evaluation. And four, then inspire student to expand the horizon of mind and generate a new knowledge. So I have four behavior, and that four behavior define what a teacher role is. For example, coaching and other kind of role will be the same thing. So that basically is definition. So Mintzberg define have 10 roles, work with all manager. So we see that the similarity of top manager, middle manager, 10 roles. And these 10 roles define three groups: interpersonal, informational, decisional. Of course, we see the name of it, informational, dealing with the information connection. Interperson is make sure that the information and people be well connected. And the decision is to make sure that information will be used for something, action or decision or choice. So that, and the different layer and performance of manager could be perform those 10 roles in different times and different degree, depends on their function. And of course, it's not really a heavily scientific course, so we will not go break down this idea. But the role theory is something you can consider this thing and you're playing your role. Three, here is the model that 3 type of roles with 10 small role in here. So we break it down first in the figurehead role is here, interpersonal. The manager represent organization in all matters of humanity. Is that a figurehead? So you are the CEO, you represent this organization, right? It represents legally and socially outside. And then you become a leader who leading people to work. When you have your leader role, you find relationship, right? Let's talk about leader, it's about leadership and a relationship, which is something cover this idea. Let's call liaison. Position is about to make sure that the peers and people outside organization have connected. You know, to make sure that the customer and the staff manager and the employee, everybody understand each other. Customers say, okay, the packaging is great. So the packaging or the brand manager will be know that, okay, they said that they like our product. Good. Keep doing it. All right. And the staff manager and the brand manager coming back to their team and say, you guys are doing a great job. Customer like it. How do you know? Well, I read the report. That's how it works. So this is the interpersonal. Make sure that who in charge, who do what, and how people connect to each other. That is the whole terms of interpersonal. Second, you have the informational. Informational, it's just about the way we deliver information, and it also drive the modern theories of management and organizational development into the communication heavily and informational development or management heavily, because information is a new resource. When you have information and how to solve that information and how to deliver it, information to the target audience, you really decided who you are and decided the effective of your work or delivery, your value. So information, we have 3 positions: monitor, disseminator, and spokesperson. Monitor, we talk about the receive and collect information, which is obvious. We need to collect information, right? From the outsider, from the top manager, from the peer, and from the employee on the feedback evaluation report. That's how this come from. Disseminator, the manager transfers the special information into the organization, which is the same thing when we come back with the example that the customers say, all right, this type product is great, P&G, right? The top manager hear that from the marketing, right? The marketing and the marketing team, marketing manager, they do some feedback, collect survey, what you can see in the receipt. It will keep asking you, doing survey, customers satisfactions first survey. They said, okay, this product is great. Marketing manager submit it to the CEO. CEO say, okay, that's great. Let the R&D, let the branding, let the product manager know that, okay, you are doing a great job. That how you deliver the information in that. And because the information is not that clear and easy, because the information evaluation is always complex. And because when you want to know what people feel, the whole customer experience, it's not only about the branding and outlook, also about the quality, about the pricing, about accessible, about the expectation, what you want more, what you want cheaper, do you want it smarter, what do you want it smell better, for example. That's why the disseminator could be break down that 5 different stream of information to a different 5 function. Which one go to R&D, which one go to sales, which one go to accounting, which one go into legal, which one go to product line, which one go into finance, for example. And of course, the last thing, the spokesperson could be working on the disseminate, which you release the information internal the organization to the environment, the spokesperson. That's why sometimes I do interview, sometimes we opinion a manager answer some kind of interview or going showing on the show or TV, that how they release information outside. So now you can hear the top level manager is the industry expert. We represent the whole industry, understand the whole term. Why supervisor, middle manager is just a unit and department expert. So when you are marketing manager, yeah, you will not answer something outside your scope. You cannot answer something related to finance and human resource or R&D, don't pretend you know everything. Nobody know everything. Even the top manager, he just know some sort of a little bit of everything. But that is their job, to make sure that have a little bit of everything to make sure the big picture be well organized. Okay. Decision making is important. They have 4 roles, you remember out here. First, entrepreneur, which is initiate change. Yeah. Second, there's nothing argue about that. Entrepreneurs, that term, is about change and innovation. That is, sometimes your company P&G already the biggest, but the new rival and competitors showing up. You need to change the idea. And with a disturbance and the role that the manager would deal with the threat of the organization. The threat could be external, like competitors. For example, the company Hammer, for example, released a new detergent that threat out of Tide detergent. How the manager gonna do? Gotta collect that information, see that what the competitive advantage of the competitors and what we should do about that to handle the issue. Or might be some internal threats. Could be that too much people quit, some middle managers dysfunction. How do you deal with that? That is a role of the disturbance handler. Third one is the resource allocator. Yeah, of course, we have limited resource. How do you deliver it to the people who need? Employee need to lead salary, compensation, benefit. Middle managers need the same thing, and staff and employee. And of course, a supportive resource of the company. Of course, the top manager need collect enough information to make the right decision. And then lastly, negotiator, who is negotiate behalf of organization. Like for example, the manager of marketing, see the manager of marketing a different company to negotiate for a new campaign that you deal with. When you negotiate it, you represent as a whole organization for the whole organization benefit. That's how it works. It makes something pretty clear up here that top manager make decision about organization as a whole, and the supervision make decision as a particular unit. That's why the challenge for the empowerment theory of flipping of the hierarchy, which is say, well, how you just have the limited responsibility and expertise can in charge for the whole competitiveness of the whole organization. How do you do it? Even I give you the permission to do that. How do you do it right? Pretty challenging. Here we talk about a little bit about the middle manager, like supervisor, dealing with a little bit of short terms. That's why they do more about handling of the challenge, which is the disturbance handlers, and no negotiators than the vision and mission and strategy. In the end, we talk about some kind of important about management, which is we already know. Here we go, key takeaway. We talk about manager basically responsibility to get the things done throughout other leaders to influence followers to get the things done. So it's just a little bit of the definition between manager and leaders up there. And we talk about the key function that is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. There's no argument about that. We just, with the modern theory, we adding more approach and open and some complexity terms of this field. But basically, it still go through this full process, and we have some fear that the artificial intelligence and machine will replace us. I think they can replace, but the only thing can replace is planning, organizing, and controlling. But those things are based on rational evaluations and indicators and collecting data, analysis, and organize, which we can quantify by the machine. But leading is something more about emotion, about motivation, about human nature, which is robotic, cannot replace it. Even we see that a lot of our behavior is be controlled and driven by the machine. But in general speaking, it's hard to formalize that the machine can leading us to the somewhere. Okay, we talk about definition and change over time. Yeah, of course, due to the different understanding of psychologically and sociology. At the hierarchy, they try to upside down the hierarchy, which is I don't recommend. And we talk about 10 roles. That a key idea. This is a 5 society. that we can question ourselves when you are a manager. Are you looking for a manager? Question yourself what you are looking for, right? Looking for why your organization need a manager, why you need it. Because organization is a group of different individuals with different ability, different skill, different goals. And they try to come up with the same goal, same direction, with the same manner, with orderly, and within the limited resource. How do you do it? Well, to go through the manager who have ability to planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. That's how it's worked. We live in chaos. Manager coming in and make it formalized. Second was some type of manager and how they differ always in hierarchy. So always have a top one, make it working on the most abstract, biggest picture, strategy, vision, mission, manager of the manager. The middle one could be big. It could be calling a function. We break it to a function, working with a special separate expertise because not much of people good at everything. Majority of us, which is good at something, that's what the idea of a specialist. Middle manager, what a different function. And in charge different team, which is supervisory and team management. And of course, in charge different line product, which is a product manager or line manager. In charge of different supported action like staff manager. And that's something when you have too much of little detail and complicated function, we have something called cross-function manager, what is it, a general manager, who in charge to make sure the decision of the top manager be articulated and everybody understand what a big goal, what a small goal, and how we make it. Third, what the Mintzberg 10 managerial roles. Well, I don't good at remember, so we just break it down with the question for 3 areas, which is first, interpersonal, connect person to person, manager to middle manager to employee, and to the outsider with the customer and target audience. Second, informational area, which is make sure everybody inside connected together and connect the organization as a whole with outsider. Third, decisional, with who is to make sure information you consume get some result. This is the decision, choice, and value. And of course, number 5, for general managerial function. Everybody go through the management studies should know 4 general functions always planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. They can change the term, but the behavior is the same. That pretty much is. Looking forward to you guys, different course. Thank you.